Hi there, I'm Blake Miller. I'm the staff chaplain for Prisma Health's Cancer Institute. Doing the kind of work I do, I meet people who are experiencing a need for health issues of all kinds, taking care of people from very different backgrounds and experiences, and seeing the ways that stress and health puts a strain on our daily lives. Life can be difficult, so from all of us here at the Prisma team, I'm going to offer some of my tips for dealing with specific difficult life situations. This time, we're talking about dealing with difficult life circumstances. Sometimes we work as hard as we can to have the life we want, and unexpected circumstances can come along to mess things up. This might mean anything from a car crash to getting fired to a death in the family. It's simply not possible to completely prevent these types of events, but what we can do is better control how we respond to them. So here are some of my tips for dealing with difficult life circumstances. First off, I would say, find someone who can hear your story the way you need to tell it. When life changes out of the blue, it's hard for us to understand what it means for us and what we need to do next. And often, just being able to express the way we feel and what we've experienced can be very helpful in making sense of what has happened and what we want to do next. Often, we have to speak so that we can really know how we think and feel about a subject, and the act of just being listened to has a very calming and healing effect on people. Next, I would say, spend time thinking clearly about what it is you still hope for. Often, we have circumstances that dash our sense of hope, that get in the way of goals we had for life or our greatest desires. In these times, it's important to remember what hasn't changed and what you still have to look forward to about life. And we can try to plot new routes around our goals and our desired future against these new obstacles. And take a time to reaffirm that a life worth living is still possible for yourself and the people you care about. Next, I would say, feel free to relax for a time and treat yourself well. When life is tough, we shouldn't make it worse by being tough on ourselves and holding ourselves to a standard that doesn't make sense anymore given these new circumstances. So I would say, when you encounter an event that you can't control or explain, it might be time to indulge in some of the pleasures of life to remember what is really good about things. This is also a time to lean on friends for support and experience the joy of community, other people who might be able to help you in ways that you're not always able to help yourself. Finally, I would say, remind yourself what you can and cannot control. We have to remember that we can't control every single thing that happens to us in our life, but we also aren't responsible for controlling it, and we can be okay with ourselves for not always being able to do what we want or feel like we should. So take some time to exercise control on the things that you can, making some part of your life better, whether it's cleaning things up or doing some exercise. Find ways to do things for yourself that you can control, and it'll help you understand better the contours between where you can and where you can't exercise control. Remember that everybody experiences things beyond their control too, and this isn't a reflection of your ability to handle life itself. We all face circumstances we don't want. We all have things happen to us that we don't like. Don't compare your hard work or your struggles to what somebody can only tell you is their success. In the end, bad things happen that we can't prevent. In a world that seems to offer us so much control, this can feel jarring and even leave us with a sense of feelings of guilt and incompetence. It's important to remember, though, that we can't prevent every bad thing, but we can take ownership of how we perceive and how we react to it. If you take your time and keep your positive attitude, you can respond well to any circumstances in life. From all of us at Prisma, thank you for taking some time with me today. I'd like to offer a quick prayer for us. To the one who sees us and knows us and loves us most of all, help us to be grateful for life itself. Help us to seek to understand what we can control and what we cannot. Help us to do what is right for ourselves and the people we love, and help us to seek out good things in this world for each other and for everyone. Amen.